Hi guys, again I'm back. It's Dennis from Moko Poultry Farm, and I've just brought for you another project. This is gonna be a 2000 capacity local bird structure, and it's a really nice one. Just allow me to share it with you. Like I told you some time back, I will always be sharing these projects with you. Yes, I admit sometimes I delay to upload these videos just because we are always in field, we are always up and down. So the little time I get, it's what I use to edit for you these videos, and I share my experience and my passion in farming with you people. Actually, there is someone who asked me why am I always specifying these projects like layers, broilers, locals, yet they are all birds. Yes, I accept they are all birds, but they have a different lifestyle. Let's take an example of broilers. Broilers were created, but they weren't created. I will say they were designed because their genes were tampered with. So, broilers were designed basically for meat. So, being that they are for meat, we don't expect them to move around within the structure. We just want them to eat and sleep. You get it? We want all the feed they eat to be converted directly into meat. So we give them a very little space just to eat, drink, and sleep. Whereas when we go to the local birds or the layers, for them, their lifestyle is very different. Like when we are designing their structure, we create some space for them to play. You get it? Because we have to give them that lifestyle, the stress-free lifestyle, because we are expecting eggs from them. The moment you congest them, you won't get enough eggs from them. Now I'm sure you're asking yourself, if at all you have said that the local and the layer birds all consume the same space, then why do I go on and specify them still? No, the reason why I specify both the local and the layer bird structure, it's basically in the laying nests. Remember, for the local birds, we expect them to brood their eggs. Like after laying their eggs, most of the farmers want these very birds to sit onto their eggs and hatch them into the young chicks. Yet for the layer birds, we just expect them to lay, then we consume the eggs. So the laying nets are totally different. For the local birds, they lay their eggs and they stay there in the laying nests. Yet for the layer birds, after laying their eggs, the way we design their laying boxes, the egg will just roll out. You get it? So that's the difference. And cost wise, I would say that you will find the broiler structure being cheaper compared to the two ones, being that it's always smaller compared to the two. But if you to compare the local and the layer structure, then you will find the layer structure being a bit cheap, expensive compared to the local one. Hope that's clear now. Basically, because for the layer structure, we need more timber to set up the laying boxes. Hope I'm clear with that. Actually, let me also address this question which I often receive from my clients. Like I told you, when you want me to construct for your structure, it's a must to do a site visit because it's when I can tell the soil profile, because we need to know, is it swampy, hilly, or so. And on top of that, we also want to see the proximity. Where are you located? How far from the town? Is it accessible? Like when we are bringing the material, will it be able to reach your site? All these things. So after seeing these things, then I quote for you. I send you a quotation that includes each and everything you will need to do your structure. But many times some clients tend to complain because I said my structures are cheap and affordable. These two words doesn't mean that my structures aren't on standard. So it means being that my structures are cheap doesn't mean that I'll give you a down standard structure because I want them to make them cheap. Hope I'm clear on this. So you'll find another contractor constructing a cheaper structure compared to mine. But the only difference will be that mine will be on standard. So if you want a cheaper standard structure, then join Muku Poultry Farm. But if you just want any structure, so long as it's cheap, then I'm not a good solution for you. Hope I'm clear on this. So however much I try my best to be cheap, I try my best to keep the standard, because I want you to come back to me with a complaint of not giving you a standard structure. So that's I hope I'm clear on this. Anyway, that's enough for today. Let's go back to the structure. Like I told you, this is a 2000 local bird structure, and it's a storage one, meaning that we have 1000 down and 1000 up. So this type of a structure, our client asked us to use bricks down. You remember I told you. I don't know if at all you've been following us, you know that some structures we put iron sheets down, but for this one we use the bricks down. I told you my client is my boss. What you ask for is what I give you, because definitely we can construct any type of a structure, so it depends on the client's need. So for this client, she needed bricks down, just the way you can see. But unfortunately, sometimes we are forced to change the client's choice depending on the type of the ground. Now, the way you can see this ground, it wasn't on the level. So it means however much, even if this client chose to use the iron sheets, we were not gonna be able to use them because the ground wasn't leveled. So we had to do a bigger refill, just the way you can see, to level the ground. So it means here you cannot use the iron sheets onto the floor, onto the ground. We were forced to use the bricks. Just the way you can see, we have to put the soil, the heavy soil. This soil went up to like 2 feet up. So after that, we needed to do the natural compaction. Many times, sometimes we tend to use the jumpers or the rollers, but at times many times we use the water to do the natural compaction. So now we are up. This is the upper side, and this is the back side of the structure. We've already put the welded mesh. Now from there we shall put the chicken mesh. Now this is the natural compaction, it's taking place. I told you we pour a lot of water, then we give it 1 to 2 days to settle well, then we can cast our mortar. This is the upper side. For sure we are always fast so that we can finish our structure as soon as we can. This is from the wider angle. I told you we try our best to do a very neat work. You can see it from your side. Isn't it nice? You know, at Muku, we are proud of our work. Before you even say it's nice, we know it's nice. That's it. One said we have a lot of pride, but of course we deserve it. Now we are preparing our stairs. Remember, I told you our stairs sometimes are wooden because going for the metallic ones, they will be expensive. So this is after the 2 days the natural compaction has taken place. I think you can see it's really a nice one. Now we can cast our mortar very well. So at Muku, we try our best. I know we are not perfect because we cannot be 100% perfect, but at least we are trying our best to deliver the best. We do the best we can. So this is our laying boxes. They are in early stages. I think here it was raining, so my people had to do to take some nap during the day. So because it's raining, I think it wasn't raining heavily, it was drizzling and we needed to rest. So but some of them choose to just continue working. So this is our balcony. I told you our balcony has 2 benefits. The first benefit is it acts as a walking path up the structure, like just so you can see our worker. That's the first reason. Then the other use, it helps, it works as a shelter for the downer structure in case, just so you can see, it's raining, when it's windy or it has some storm. This balcony will help to reduce onto the storm that penetrates the downer structure. So this is our stairs. It's ready to be put. Yeah. We sometimes we try to make it from down, then we lift it. Sometimes we make it from up. It depends on the mood of the day. But you can see how strong it is. Even if you jump on it, you cannot manage it. So this is our chicken mesh. I told you we are putting the welded mesh. Now we are putting the chicken mesh. We use 2 layers, both the chicken and the welded mesh. This is the upper floor. Just so you can see, it's really nice. So we also put this expanded wire mesh. That's how we call them in Uganda. In other countries, I don't know how they call them. This mesh, if at all you want to explain to the hardware person, you tell them the mesh which is mainly used in ceiling. You get it? That's what we use. It's called the expanded wire mesh. We use it to hold the motor together so that it doesn't crack after being casted, because this is timber. It has some expansion while working on them, so if at all there is no that one, it will crack around. We are always having those early vistas. You can see them rotating around to the structure. So this is the laying boxes, the downer ones. They are in early stages. I think we are finalizing the structure. Someone asked me, you said you're using bricks, then why do you go on and use iron sheets? Like I told you, I try my best to look for the cheaper options. There is no reason why we make all this wall for bricks. It has no basic reason why we do that. So we just use the iron sheets. It will also share or give the same results. So if at all you want a strong thing, we can go on and we use different gauges. Like here, we usually use 32 gauge in the roofing, but for the curtain walls we tend to go for the bigger gauge. Sometimes we use gauge 28 or 30. I don't know if at all it's the same gauge in other countries, but in Uganda that's how we gauge them. So the lighter gauge is 32. We use it for roofing. Then the stronger gauge, either gauge 8 or 30, we use it on the curtain walls. So this is our structure. It's taking its nice shape, and it's really nice. It's really a nice thing. Now we are casting the mortar. Now we started with the upper floor, just so we can see. We are soon finishing up. Anyway, meanwhile we are finishing up this structure, let me also answer this question. If you go into comment section, many people are asking me the measurement of these structures, but I don't answer this question for a reason. These structures aren't always the same dimensions. I'll give you these dimensions when they cannot fit onto your soil or your land or your farm. That's why I always recommend to first know the measurement for your land, then I can give you the measurement for that structure. Let me give you a very simple example. Let's say one can construct a structure for 2,000 birds, that which is let's say 30 feet by 100 feet. Then another same person can construct a structure of, let's say, 25 by 120 feet, still taking the same capacity, 2,000 birds. So it depends on the nature of your land. That's why we are always asking, what's the width of your land, then what's the length of your land. From there we can determine what should be the length of your structure and the width of your structure. Then we calculate and we get the total number of birds that can fit into your structure. So that's why I don't always answer this question, because it's not practical, it's not working up well. I'll give you the measurement for that structure and you will take that thing, same copy and paste, yet it won't fit well on your land. So it's always better, if you want to know the measurement of the structure you want to build, just come to me, tell me the measurement of your land, then I can calculate for you and I give you the exact width and length of your structure. I think it will be better that way than giving you some results which won't work for you. I think I've answered you well. Anyway, we are finishing up the structure and I think you can see it. You can see the way it look. So it's really a nice structure. Like I told you, upper side we always use the iron sheets because we cannot use bricks up there. It will increase on the weight. So this is the downer part. We are casting the downer part. I told you we compact this mortar, we mix the sand with the cement, and other people are always asking me the ratio. The ratio depends on the type of the cement you use. So I think we are finishing up to cast our mortar. Those are our laying boxes. That's how they look. The birds can either lay down or up depending on its mood. So that is it. I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching Moko Poultry Farm, and we really appreciate following us, and I'll always keep in touch. I'll always keep on giving you some videos of the structures I do construct, and I'll always try to answer some of your questions which I can manage. And kindly don't be tough to me, because I'm not always online. Like when you ask a question, give me some time, I'll come and I answer accordingly. Anyway, that's it for today, and thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping in touch with us, and thanks for supporting us. Like, if you want to have any question, you can check our number, it's in the video, or you email us. That's it for today. Let's meet in another video. Bye bye. Miti. So